Hello, hi, I'm Eddie Obeng, and this is How. Every day I try and bring you a different way of getting stuff done. Think of me as Mr. How. Often you'll meet other people and they tend to be Mr. What, Mr. Why, Mr. Who, Mr. Where. I'm focused on how to get stuff done. That's why we have How Daily, which you can watch on LinkedIn live here as you are now, or you can spend some time on Spotify or YouTube. You'll find the channels and the links below. Today I've got a particular people engagement tool I want to share with you. It's for dealing with the mechanism of sorting out your customers and your clients and your users to onboard, to come and use your service when your service is complex. So not for simple services, but for complex services. We had to build it for ourselves because when we built QUBE, we had no idea how to get people to use it. And it's a complete world. So let me jump onto QUBE and I'll share with you QUBEOnboarding, and you can change the words and use it for yourself. So welcome to QUBE, where the sun is always shining, the clouds are always very, very sparse, and the sky is always blue. This is the inspiration on QUBE Roundtable Cubicle. There's a round table like in Arthur's table over there. To the right, let's flip around and see what we can find. Oh, there we go. That's a good place to be. So I don't know whether you've ever had the experience of going on a cruise. So you've got very excited. You're going on a cruise. You've got all your savings. You're ready to go. You're imagining how marvelous it's going to be. You look at it. The prices are horrendous. 7 days in the Eastern Caribbean. Yeah, it's going to be great. Then you start reading the documents and you discover it's quite complicated because you have to take flights and all sorts of things. And then you realize you've got to choose where you're going to be and the deck is all complicated. And at this point, most people start to panic. It's the same thing with QUBE. We realized that to get people onto a cruise, to get them to come along, there were a number of different things we had to do. So we had to, for example, for our point of view, set up the campus for the client, because not everyone's in the same campus. So we can't have maybe competitors on QUBE in the same campus. There'll be on different servers and different campuses, for example. So we might need to give the security people the policies and things like that, register the users. So that's what we would be doing at our end. You would probably be making sure that your IT lead knows what's going on and so on. The IT people have to assess QUBE and take it off and get the security clearance. Participants have to install the stuff. And then there's a discovery session and then there's an end. So it's quite a complex thing with a number of stakeholders. So this would be a diagram, document which we'd share to help people understand. We want to get people either on their own using QUBE or using QUBE for real normal work. We explain what they are. You'll be a funny avatar with a square head. You'll have a campus. You'll probably have offices. You'll have somewhere to work. We explain all that to people. We give them an idea of the overall flow of the thing, and then we suggest, what would they like to work on? What would they like to do to start off with? And that basically is the sort of the conversation part of it. Once the conversation has ended, we then have to work our way through what the process is going to be. So over here we have, for example, we have the onboarding process, and it allows you to think about, what are you going to do when? So we've got access, registration, orientation, all those steps of complexity. We make it simple, and then we try and put a timeline of what's going to happen when, so people know what's going to be happening, so that they can actually organize themselves for it. So that's QUBEOnboarding. We use that. I recommend if you have a complex service, you find a way of making a simple way for people to see how they come onto the process. This is quite complex for most people, a flowchart. The simpler you can make it, the better. And then you'll be able to communicate with them and ka-ching. Okay, so that was How Daily. Come and watch more. You can go and look at the back catalog. It's massive. There are hundreds of pets for everything you're trying to do. I've been Eddie Obeng. Goodbye.